Happy Friday, everybody. I'm going to be sharing a few stylist tips and tricks with you guys today. I did this a while back, so if you haven't had a chance, definitely check out in my highlights what I shared last time, because they're great little nuggets of information to have. So today I'm going to kind of talk about my outfit, because you probably wouldn't realize that I have a lot of little things kind of working behind the scenes here. So I am a person that loves to layer. I'm a big proponent of layering jackets, dresses, everything. And so the problem can be with that is it can add bulk, you can get hot, it's hard to make everything like stay tucked in and smooth, and I just can't stand when I'm like messing with my outfit all day to get it to stay into place. It is a pet peeve, it drives me crazy, and so I just can't deal with it. So one of the things that I'm really loving that you are actually able to get these days, because it's not always something that's around, are all of these little separate collars and cuffs. So my cuffs and my collar are not part of my sweater, and I do not have a full shirt on underneath here. So these little dickies, as they're called, work so well and are great, whether it's under a sweater to pair with a jacket. I could put it under a t-shirt if I wanted to, under a dress. And this is just a super simple one, but it's a great classic and I love it, and I've had it in my closet for years. And then these cuffs are super beautiful. They've got this great rhinestone detail, and I love these cuffs. These are great to put underneath a blazer as well if I wanted that little detail but didn't have like an entire shirt, like a fancy shirt, or if I don't have a button-down shirt that has really pretty cuffs like this, which I don't. These are great for that as well. So these little pieces are super helpful in just kind of making and finishing off your outfit. There's also some really beautiful, I wore this one in a post about a week ago. This is a collar, there's cuffs that go with it, and they're just beautifully detailed. It's almost like artwork. And this Parisian designer, she does a ton of these, just all different, and they're just beautiful. And it's such a great way to add something so lovely to kind of complete your look or complete your outfit. So definitely thinking about these little dickies and cuffs are just really great things. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing some with you guys that you can shop. Okay, next up. So when it comes to tucking in, which I know tucking in is like a thing, it's not a thing, it's a thing, it's not a thing, it's a huge thing right now. But again, tucking doesn't always just lay super well, or like the sweater I have on today is not very thick, but it's super long and it just adds bulk, especially when you have on like tight fitted pants or a tight skirt and you see that line from tucking, especially in the back. It is just so tacky. So something you can do, and I actually mentioned this in my last tips and tricks, is take the very edge of your sweater or shirt or whatever it is and just lightly tuck it into your bra all the way around. It will stay perfectly all day, and you don't even have to mess with it. And then you don't also have to mess with the line, with it coming out, not tucking in properly, adding bulk, whatever it is, you don't have to mess with it. So that's a great other little tip. Okay, so I don't have this problem often, but I know a lot of people have really bad jeans that gap in the back. Women who have smaller waists and they need to fit their hips and all of that, and then their jeans gap, and it's super annoying. So if you're not wearing a belt, or if you, sometimes the belts really cinch up and don't look great either when there's like a big gap back there. So if it's not something you're gonna get tailored, or you wanna mess with tailoring, here's a little trick for you. So I'm just gonna take, this is literally ribbon that I gift wrap with, and just cut this. You could use, string, I mean, really whatever you want to use. Okay, and then you're just gonna take a little piece of it and slide it through on this little loop on that side, and then I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna take the other end. I might have cut this a little short, but you'll get the idea. So I've got it on this side and this side, and then I'm just gonna take it back behind me. This is a little tricky to do. And I'm just gonna kind of tie it. Oh, no, I did okay. All right, I'm gonna just tie it in a little bit of a knot. And the good thing is don't worry when you, okay, so it's just tied back here, and now my pants are no longer gapping on me. So this is a great little trick. Obviously, I'm gonna have to make sure my sweater or whatever I have tucked in is pulled down, or I'm gonna just do a front tuck, or I'm gonna put a jacket over it or something longer, whatever, but my pants aren't gapping and driving me crazy. And you can kind of go to the bathroom all day, whatever, and you won't have to redo this. It'll stay like this. So that is another great little tip to deal with like pants that are gapping on you. Okay, so last thing I wanna share is to get these cuffs and my sleeves to kind of stay in place, or if you have, your sleeves are too long, or you want to roll them up, but you want them to look a certain way, or they slide down, you push them up, you slide down, you push them up. Whatever the case may be, one thing you can do that's so easy, rubber bands, guys. I have a rubber band, one on each arm, and they are, I don't even know that they're there. And that way I have got it so this stays exactly where I want it, and it also won't ride up to show my skin. And again, if I had a jacket, this works with a jacket. It doesn't really matter. You could use a couple rubber bands if you wanted to pull them up a little bit more. However you want to style it, just these little rubber bands, or you could use a hair tie. They work so well, and it's so easy to just kind of keep it polished and where you want it, and I can kind of go about my day and move my arms, and I don't have to worry about anything. So those are some little like tips and tricks that I have going on with my outfit. Now, I would like to share two more things with you. One is something that's going to save you from all the stains that you get on your clothes, and the second is going to help you with all of the pilling that happens with a lot of our sweaters and knits and fabrics. So first things first, let's talk about those sweaters or jackets, or I even had a friend tell me she did this with her couch, and it worked really well on her couch. So this is a little cashmere sweater of mine. It's pilled all over the place. It looks like I have worn it 1,000,001 times, and I love this sweater. I can't find a replacement for it. I don't want to buy a new one. I don't want to get rid of it. So this little tool right here is a little shaver, and it's a little hard to do right here now, but you just work all over the material, all over your knit or whatever it is that you're shaving, and it just instantly will start to take all of this balled up fabric, and you can see it's just coming right off. So I can do that with my sweaters, a jacket. Like I said, I have a friend that told me she used this on her couch. So this is a great way. This costs next to nothing, and it's much cheaper than going out and replacing all your sweaters that look worn, even though they're not worn. It's a super annoying little problem that we all have, especially with cashmere, and we spend all this money, and then we have a sweater that looks like it's literally like been worn every day for a year, and you probably have worn it 5 times. So this little tool, and I'm going to link this for you guys. Okay, last thing on the list. When you get stains, you spill something on you. It happens to all of us. This little tip, whether it is coffee, red wine, blood, doesn't matter. This will work. I am going to tell you, I want to say 100% of the time, but 99% of the time. And it's something you might already have at home. It is Dawn. This little guy's a wonder. For whatever reason, the blue one seems to work a little bit better than the other clear or whatever other colors it comes in. So the blue Dawn, just take a glass, take a little bit of this liquid, put it in cold water. You don't want hot water, you don't want warm water, you want cold water to get stains out. So you're going to take your cup, and wherever your stain is, just take a white, that guy didn't want to let me go, a white towel or cloth, whatever it is. Work mostly in the suds, but also get a little water in there. And then gently, but with a little pressure, you want to just work on getting the stain out. You don't want to push or scrub like too hard, because all that's going to do is move whatever that is that you spilled into the fabric more. And I am telling you guys, I had an entire glass of red wine spill on my very light gray couch. Got it all out doing this. I am telling you, Eric spills coffee, all this stuff. this is what will get it out. So Dawn is a fantastic thing to have around. Even if something is set in, it will still get it out. I'm telling you, my fuchsia lipstick, Stella McCartney bag, on a trip, it had set in, dried in there. My light colored bag, was freaking out, didn't know what else to try. Tried this, it got my fuchsia lipstick out. You'd never know it was there. So this is such a great tip. It will save you from having to constantly run to the dry cleaner or think that you have ruined your article of clothing for good. Okay, so those are all the tips and tricks I have to share with you guys today. I will come back and share more with you at another time, but I hope you enjoyed these and I hope that they are helpful for you guys. Have a great weekend.